We're live!
Hooray!
Yay! Finally. It's always an exciting, it's always like this, like, oh my God, we're live. Oh my God, we're live. And we've done this like a bunch of times. It's just connecting to Facebook. Anyway, welcome everyone for this live. Sorry, we can't really see who's on, but welcome everybody. I am Dr. Khushboo Shah, and I'm joined with the amazing, fun bulldozer facilitator, Aditi Iyer. Hi! And basically, this live is about like why talk to the entities, like what is talk to the entities, why talk to the entities, introducing you guys a little bit to it. In preparation for one of my favorite classes that I love to facilitate and that we both work for is Talk to the Entities Introduction and Beginning class.
Yes. I'm actually super excited about this because I just realized it's been 3 years since I facilitated a Talk to the Entities class. Wow. And so I was kind of looking at it and I was like, wow, it's been a while. And I started perceiving all the entities have been waiting for me to become a facilitator again. And so when you and I were talking and we were like, let's do this class, I was like, yes, let's do this class. And I could hear all the entities go, yes, let's do this class. So it's like, this is exciting because it's been something that has been so easy and so much fun that actually facilitating again is actually really exciting to me.
Exactly. So basically, for those who've never done Talk to the Entities class before, it's basically talking to entities,
or ghosts,
or spirits, and everything that comes under that that definition and that kingdom, basically. So it's to start to give you simple tools to help you recognize, to help you acknowledge, and to have some ease with the entity awareness. That if you're listening to this, if this topic has piqued any interest at all, and if you're listening to this, you are aware that you're aware of entities. Okay, so there's something that has got you here, and that's your awareness of the entity world. However, we've never been really educated about them, and it's usually like either disbelief or superstition or a lot of fear. There's like a lot of fear attached to this.
So let me ask you, when was like the first time that you realized that you were aware of entities?
Okay.
Okay. And so the story starts.
Yeah, and so the story starts. So I was always, now that I look back, I've always been aware of entities, like right from the time I was a child. In fact, honestly, I grew really scared of sleeping alone. Like, for me, it was a lot of fear. And I slept in my parents' room till I was like early 20s. I'm not kidding. And that's when I'm like studying and I'm still in the night. I would go like, no, today I'm going to sleep alone in my room. And then I was just like, oh my God, something's here. And I would literally run down to my parents' room and I would pull out the sofa, because there was a sofa set right next to it, pull it out and like put it next to my mom and then put my bed and then sleep there. And so I've always been aware, but this is what, so there was a lot of fear. There's a lot of, also, I'm a student of science. There's like a lot of disbelief. You could never really go and talk to anybody that, listen, I think there's a ghost in the room. Because then your brothers just make fun of you. It's like, I think yes, there's a ghost in your room. And then they scare you even more rather than giving you information. But so over time, this shunning off and this weirdness grew into anxiety, waking up with a lot of physical like uneasiness as well, because I was just aware, but I of course didn't have the tools, and my body was willing to be more aware. So my body will keep giving me the awareness that, listen, there are these things around you that you talk to, by the way. it's not like I didn't talk to them before. I did. It was never a conscious thing. There was just like these million conversations and just things going on. Um, so it was just, and so since my body was willing to be aware, but I was still resisting it, it started showing up as a lot of skin stuff, sometimes anxiety, waking up with like crazy sneezes and not, it doesn't stop, and etc. etc. So lots of these things. So, and so when I finally acknowledged that okay, there is entities and I am aware of entities was in my first foundation class actually. So
Yeah.
Access Consciousness Foundation class. That's when I was like, oh, okay, cool. um, and since then, oh my god.
Strangely enough, even that was like, I remember the key for me was like, it's so vivid in my memory, like this, I can recall it so easily. It's like, it was in foundation class and the facilitators talked about entities and I went, yeah. And like, as like the rest of the class was going, what?
No, but for me it was a what, okay? I wasn't this weird Aditi who just went like, oh my god, entities. I was just like, no. I don't. There was still a lot of resistance, though I went like, okay, maybe there is something here. But I still resisted it for quite a few years, even after that. There's just like this space where, no, I want them cleared. No, I want them cleared. At least, so from denying that they exist to, okay, I will clear them. And that's, and nothing beyond it was my first step. But that first step, oh my God, gave me so much ease with my mental and physical symptoms of entities. That of course, I was like, okay, there is something more to this, and I kept um, kept developing it. I had my first Talk to the Entities class, then beginning, then advanced, then so many other things, and facilitators, and now
And
there's so
finally,
much.
facilitator.
Finally, facilitator, and so much ease and joy and such gifting. Like it makes life so easy. It makes everything brighter. Like literally, physically, everything is brighter. So
Yeah. Isn't that
ah,
cool?
it's awesome.
It's like nowadays, if I actually, like, I've been doing like, the first Talk to the Entities class I ever attended was in Mumbai with Shannon. It was her first trip to India to facilitate. And it was so interesting because it was such a, it was so much fun. It was so much ease. And the thing is, like, the first day of class, I just cried. She did, I think we did 4 days of class because at the format at that time was a little different. So we did 4 days of class, and I remember the first day of beginning class, I just cried. That's all I did. I was like, yeah. And then it changed. But it was like that first day of class was like intense. Then after that, everything got so much easier, and it was just like choice was easy, movement was easy, like just asking entities, hey, can I have ease with this? And it was like, it was just like, there you are. So it's this thing of actually, the biggest gift of Talk to the Entities for me has been acknowledging that being different and being aware is a strength and is a strongness that very few people actually are willing to have and choose. And it's this the true creating from energy. Like, energy is the basis of all creation, of all communication, of receiving. Like, everything starts with the energy. So it's like, if you acknowledge the energy, anything is possible, everything is possible, every choice is available.
And that's what happens, right? Like with entities, you have to say yes to something you can't see. Like
Yeah.
so it pushes your awareness beyond your five senses, and it pushes and it develops your muscle beyond your five senses, and to actually start developing that awareness of energetics.
And it's been the gift to actually acknowledge I know what I know, even if other people don't get it. Like, if are you willing to be the only person who knows that entities exist, or are you willing to be the only person that um, that can perceive a certain entity that nobody else can, or an energy that nobody else can? Are you willing to be the gift and the source that sets that free? Like, what reality will you create with that? But it's like, it starts with you just acknowledging, okay, I'm aware of entities, I'm aware of energies. Now what? It's like entity can be sort of a defined, like an entity could be an energy that is defined. And then it opens you up to things that are not defined, that are awarenesses that you cannot cognitize. And it invites you to more. That the first step is literally acknowledging that entities exist and learning how to deal with them, learning how to communicate with it. And that's been the gift of talk to the entities for me. Like doing a beginning class, I've done a lot of them. It's like every time I do a class, it's different, whether I'm facilitating or whether I'm attending a beginning class. Every time it's been different for me, because I know like there's something else that catches my attention and goes, oh, okay, let me follow this let me go down this path, and it gives me a different awareness, and like from there it takes you to do something different. So it's like, this is the beginning, is like has been the first step.
Yeah.
And then what it opens you up to is so much more. Like it really opens you up to the infinite possibility of this reality.
And you don't want that, do you? Yeah, you don't want ease, joy, and clarity.
Nope.
And also, also have to mention like easy the tools are and how potent they are. They're really simple and they're so effective. Like I've done a couple of modalities before, and there was talk about entities and things like that. But it was really dramatic and almost scared me even more. Like you need to protect yourself and blah blah blah. And there's a lot of like, it actually scared me more. And I was like, no, I definitely don't want to look at this. But this is not that. You don't need protection from your awareness. You just need tools that make your awareness ease. And that is talk to the entities. It doesn't, yeah, it doesn't tell you like this is what you're aware of. It just gives you tools of what you already are aware of and gives you, starts giving you clarity. So I give like literally just clarity. It never tells you this is what it is. It starts empowering you like everything in access.
And the thing is, like, the more you actually acknowledge, the more that you find more weird people who are just who are aware of things like you are. And it's actually fun. Like I didn't realize how different I was till I was talking to somebody about entities, and there was this conversation. I'm like, what are you talking about? They're fun. They always like joke around. They're like, I have funny, like I'll hear jokes and stuff, and I'm like, just start laughing by myself. And people look at me like I'm weird, but they don't know the joke that the entity just told me. But that's where your point of view creates your reality. Like, what is your point of view of entities? And it's like, are you willing to have that ease, joy, and glory, and the fun and the magic? Because magic is available. It's amazing what entities can gift you. Like the number of times I've literally asked entities for money and they've given it to me, or I've asked them for ease, or I've asked them for an upgrade on a flight. They just fucking give it to me.
Exactly.
And it's like, it is that easy. It is that easy.
And so this is that invitation. This is where you start acknowledging your awareness. This is where you start having fun with your awareness. And of course, that doesn't mean all entities are great. No, you have the tools to clear some of the stupid ones, because there are a lot of stupid ones as well.
Listen, if they were assholes when they had a body, chances are they're assholes when they don't have a body as well. But like you learn how to deal with assholes with bodies, you'll also learn how to deal with assholes without bodies.
Exactly. But like it's this like fun. Like it's not a significant serious thing. It's literally, what will it take for you to have joy and ease and fun with the awareness that you have? And it's a weird topic.
Yeah, and this class with us is going to be like, I don't, neither of us know how to make entities significant. Like honestly, we don't. We end up having way too much fun and laughing, and we get fucking crazy when we're talking and we're facilitating something. I'm really looking forward to facilitating with you now, like, because we both have so much fun with this topic in this area. Like what we can, if you're interested in having fun with entities and you really want to know what that is, you can come. That's your choice. but it is going to be ridiculously like full of laughter, and I don't like happy, and neither of us are going to be able to make anything serious about it. And if that is something that you'd like to experience, yeah, don't choose this.
So, what have you always been aware of and is now time to claim, own, and acknowledge it so that you can have fun with it?
And what joy can you access, can you receive with the expansion of spirit awareness?
Awesome. The expansion of spirit awareness. I love that. So join us for Talk to the Entities introduction and beginning. You can join for the introduction if you don't need to have any prerequisites or even access bars. And then you can also join the beginning. For you to attend beginning, you have to have attended the intro and an access bars class. Anyways, all these details will be given down below in the description and in the link that goes along with it in the comments. It's a 5-day class, intro plus beginning. We're doing it as a 5-day class, 2.5 hours every day. It's going to be at around 5 p.m. India time, which is a great time for Europe, which is a great time for most parts of the world. And we also have translation available in German, French, Spanish, Romanian, Hindi as well, which I'm excited about because yay, Hindi. And I think I've covered almost everything. All the languages? Yeah.
And so we'll add the links in the chat.
In the comments, yeah. And Komal has probably already done that. I'm sorry, on Zoom we can't see the comments, so she's probably already put it. But come join us. And I wonder.
Or don't.
Or don't. But I wonder what the spirit world can gift to you.
And I wonder what this I wonder what I wonder what gift you are to the spirit world that you can now recognize, acknowledge, and receive.
Awesome. Brilliant. Thank you guys for joining. And those who are going to watch in the future, bye.